everybody. My name is Katie. I'm the Director of Culinary Development at Steel City Pops, and I'm here to talk to you about your Halloween pop decorating kit that you purchased. So inside your kit, you should find the following. We've got 2 bags of chocolate icing, and inside the chocolate icing, it's 3 ingredients. It is cocoa, coconut oil, and powdered sugar. And then we have 2 packets of white icing, and those are also just coconut oil and powdered sugar. There's also candy eyes, so you can put little eyeballs, make monsters, all kinds of fun stuff. Get creative, whatever you like. Those are in there as well, and those have eggs in them. So if anybody has an egg allergy, be sure that they know not to eat the eyes. With your icing, a lot of times, just depending on the temperature and if it's been cold, the coconut oil tends to be a little bit more difficult to pipe. And we want it this kind of loose consistency, almost like a glaze. So you definitely would want to, if it's harder than this consistency where it's kind of floppy, you want to put it in a cup of warm water. You don't want it too hot, because if it gets too hot and too soupy, then it won't work. What's great about the coconut oil is that once it hits your cold pop, it's gonna get hard. So you won't have to worry about it oozing or getting everywhere, because it gets hard at a certain temperature. And then once it's been sitting in there for like 2 minutes, that's when you want to take it out and kind of massage it and just make sure that there's no lumps in it or anything like that. So it's just a nice consistency even throughout the entire bag. I'm going to show you guys how to decorate some of these pops ahead of time for your party. So let's get our 12 pop box out. In my opinion, I think 1 kit is enough for 12 pops. Unless you have kids, then you might want to get 2, because kids can get a little generous with icing, and that's fine because this icing isn't really that bad for you. So I have my 12 pop box. Let's do a mummy. I'm going to use the toasted marshmallow pop for that. I don't know if you guys have tried this one, but it's one of my favorites. The marshmallows we use are vegan, which is kind of cool. So vegetarians can have this and not worry about eating a gelatin that is animal-based. So, all right, starting for the mummy, here's your packet. I always say when the first little snip you make it as small as you possibly can, because you can't make it smaller. You want to start small and work your way up. So with this, you just kind of have to be careful with it, but you just want to go back and forth. You have to squeeze it just ever so slightly, but since I prepped my icing, it's nice and smooth. Here we go. All right. And you just want to, when you set it back down, make sure that your icing is facing up. And then let's put some eyeballs on it. So these little eyeballs do the hard work for you. And since my icing is still a little bit, it's still drying, we can just set those on there. And there is your mummy pop. Just like that. Super easy, super fun. Kids love this. So do adults. I mean, like, let's be honest, I would want that too. So you could even go back with your chocolate and put a mouth on him. It doesn't have to be a fancy mouth. A lot of this is, you know, not super fancy, but we're not super fancy, so that's okay. With this one, we'll just do a little, kind of like a ghost mouth, I think would be best for him. And just let that dry. You definitely want to let it dry flat. It's not even technically drying, it's just getting colder. Alright, so here is our mummy pop. And you can kind of see wherever it's still glossy, that means it hasn't cooled completely yet. So just kind of leave it flat until then. The coconut oil is going to kind of make it like our dip in the store, to where it hardens. So just to show you guys, like, if you mess up, this will pop right off, all in one piece, and you can start over. So that's great to have extra icing if you wanted to start it over. But you could even just use a little bit more icing and glue that back on if you wanted to. But it tastes good, obviously, and it's great for a party.